Day 106. Hey, what are you doing today? I guess kind of need to go through a little refresher. I need to get myself re-inspired. Don't really have a whole lot to say, but just kind of felt like it was the right time to make a video. But that's just it. Just got to stay on it. Got a little bee on my hand. Doesn't seem to be bothering anything, but Day 106, sun is shining. Still feeling good. Still running every day. Just gotta get back into it. Hey, what are you doing today? Hey, and just a little continuation on day 106. I felt like my last video was a little ill prepared. I just kind of felt like shooting a little video where I was sitting, where I was hanging out. But one thing I do want to talk about is the program that I started, a little small 30-day sub program that I have going on, and you just concentrate on the fact that the good thing about that is it's really bringing me into focus on the business side of it. Kind of keeps me exploring new ideas, new avenues, and opening up different things online, looking into different systems, looking into the way different things function, looking into how, for example, creating websites or putting together blogs, or how tying into Facebook or Twitter, all those different types of media can help small businesses. So it's an interesting component that's opened up through this little subset, this 30-day exploration. That's a sub of the 365-day exploration that's going on. And again, it's still kind of mind-boggling to me how the first 100 days were a self-exploration, and now it's really kind of impacted going back into the business exploration, experimenting with different things, and trying to generate some income off the internet itself. That's not initially where my thoughts were with starting a business. I think at the very beginning I had mentioned that I wanted to try to start a small project, and that's how this little thing on YouTube came in. But that's kind of just turned into a maintainer of the major project. It's not really something to generate income or anything like that. It's just something that keeps me focused on the task at hand, and making sure I make the video each and every day, so that I do make sure that I hit at least some points throughout the day on the endeavor itself. And some days are stronger than others. I think that's only natural, but the point is to keep that focus, and to keep maintaining, and to keep picking up and putting down the building blocks, and as I mentioned, I kind of created a foundation with the spiritual and mental training that I've gone through the first 100 days, and now I think I'm building another foundation with the business study that I'm starting to experience, that's starting to open up. And all this has just been a natural unfolding, is the interesting part. I just put it out there that this is what I want to do, these two things, get in shape and generate my own income, be able to leave being in a position where I have a boss, or someone is in charge of me or my life and the way that I work things. I just wanted my life to become its own business in some regards, I guess. So, but it's interesting the way that these avenues have unfolded, and now I'm building the what I feel like the second foundation is, and maybe the last 100 days, or in the next 100 days, will be completing a pyramid on top of those two foundations, and then the last 65 days, drawing some income off it. Could be just thinking how things are progressing, and how it's kind of feeling at day 106. So but I just want to make a quick little side note to day 106. It's not just me hanging out smoking a cheap cigar, which that was a very cheap cigar, but it's one from my past. It's one from my young days, when I thought cigars were only boxes that were sold at gas stations. That one was kind of a Clint Eastwood style. I think they call them Cheeroots. They're very hard, durable cigars that you can chew on, and that's what I liked about them when I was when I had them, years ago. It was something I used to drive, an old Volkswagen microbus. It didn't have it for very long, but it was fun, and I always had a pack of De Nobile, Nobile. I'm not even sure how to say it, but they're a cigar, I believe, out of Pennsylvania with an Italian-sounding name, and a clever-looking box. And I would have them in the dash on the window of the microbus, and I would chew on them more than I would smoke them. Sometimes I would smoke them, put it down, pick it back up and set it back on fire and burn it over the course of weeks or maybe even a month, just having the cigar in the ashtray. And it was kind of a nostalgic piece, but actually not a bad tasting cigar. As long as it's not dried out, there's a big difference when they would sit in the microbus and slowly cook themselves, and they would become harsh and bitter, versus buying a fresh pack and those kind of things. But anyway, not to go down that tangent. Not sure why I went down that tangent, but just wanted to allude to that, how this small little 30-day program has been pretty interesting and pretty beneficial to encouraging me, almost forcing me to explore and learn about different things online, how they work, how they function, how I can take control of them, how I can manipulate them for my benefit. Manipulate, maybe not the best sounding word, but how I can maneuver through them and make them work to my favor. But boy, it really makes me realize how little I know about these things. And what's the other thing though that's interesting is, as I open them up, it's how easy they are. Sometimes when things are a mystery, we know nothing about them. We think they must be like the most dynamic thing in the world, and then we get to taking the back off of the toy, and we get down into the inner workings, and it's 4 or 5 very simple components that make the whole thing function. And it's almost seems ridiculous that we thought it was such a big thing at the one time, and then when we actually looked at it, we found out that it was very minor details that just were misunderstood and that were never looked at. So that's where I'm at. Day 106, figuring out the minor details and moving on. Hey, what are you doing today? Thanks.